Alright, Jared's back on a Saturday morning. I called him back because we have a few unfinished things to do inside of his car before we actually let him go. When it comes to sound systems, you know, it's never done. There's no such thing as done. There's always something that you can do. And I noticed in the video that we only had half of your big three done, and we can't let you ride around with a bottleneck with half of a big three. You got your zero gauge wire ran, but pretty much everything else is stock. You got your zero gauge ground too, but there's a couple of missing links that are pretty important. So well, I invited you on over here to help you get this job finished. We'll get it done right. But I got one more little surprise for you, man, because you know I can't let you ride stock. Come check this out, man. Tell me what you think about this. You don't even know. Yeah, dude, the surprises just keep coming, man. Because this is YouTube, and we got to do it right. We got to make sure we get you the right stuff. So we got you an excess power battery. All right. So this is actually a D3400R. It's not the actual battery that's made for your car. So I believe your car takes a Group 2400 or something. I should pop the hood and actually take a look. But the 3400 is a bigger battery, has more power. Footprint's just about the same. It's a tiny bit taller, and that's it. So we're gonna put it in and make it work. But let's pop your hood. Let's bring your car in, pop the hood. Let's see what we're actually dealing with before we take that apart.
Except for I lost my keys.
Here we are again. Like I said, never done. There's always something to improve, make better. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, so how's everything been working?
Oh, it's been sounding real perfect.
Yeah, you've been riding around for a couple weeks with the heat and everything. Man. It's hot outside, over 100 degrees.
It sounds amazing still.
Yeah, have you showed it to anybody? A couple people?
I've been showing it off to everybody.
Playing some Steely Dan.
Playing everything. Everything.
Hell yeah. Yep. Good shit, man. Pop the trunk. Let's take a look at it before we get into this. I want to see it again. It's been a minute. All right, you want to pop your hood real quick? Let's take a look at what you got in here. Not as big as I pictured it before. So, yeah, the one you're getting is beast. It's kind of hot under there, so we're gonna bust out the portacool. We're gonna turn the turbos on.
Little turbo.
Yeah. Turn it, all the way to high without clicking it. There you go. Keep going. All the way without clicking it. There you go. Yes. All right, now we're talking. You gotta put the wheels on lock because this thing will start walking away. There we go. So there it goes. Yep. Yeah, just gotta push those little locks down. All right. So while that thing's cooling down, here you go, man. More unboxing for you.
Gotta have the steak knife.
Yeah, gotta have the steak knife. Let's check this thing out. So this is not an exact fit for your car, but the one that goes in your car is smaller. So this should still fit good and get you more power.
Alright. Gotta have the stickers.
Yeah. Go about that, man.
That's the fat boy right there.
Yeah, the D3400 is pretty standard go-to, man. Classic go-to. Then you got the R. You see how that positive terminal is on your left side?
Yep.
That's the way it's supposed to be. That's what the R is. So it's a 3400 in reverse. So this should fit in your car really well. After that thing cools down a little bit, we'll go pop it in. We'll do the rest of your wiring. We'll get started on that right now.
Thanks, man.
Yep. All right, let's see if we can find a good path for this wire. This plastic cover is kind of in the way here. I got you a bit and everything ready to go. If you want to take that thing off. start seeing what we got to do to make this happen. SMD fuse holder holding up really well. Tons of heat. No problem. Is it 2 weeks? There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
I think we're gonna go that hard.
Yeah, that thing isn't playing. I love that thing.
This thing is no joke.
Whoa, careful though. Whoa, careful though. You gotta hold on to that thing.
I was not ready for it.
Yeah, don't rip it right out of your hands. Milwaukee for the win. That might not make it off the editing floor right there.
This thing right there.
I love those things. I bought 4 of them as soon as I got my first one for the guys to use.
That thing is no joke. I wasn't even thinking it was gonna be like that.
You almost got yourself a little wrist injury, buddy.
For real.
Yeah, we should be able to find a nice path now. Keep it away from heat. As it turns out, I had some sky-high wire ready to go in my little boneyard over there, so no need to even grab it fresh off the roll. This is brand new condition, and it's just about the right length too, so that'll be good. Just to explain a little bit what's going on here for some of you guys that may not know what we're doing, what the big 3 is. Basically, we're upgrading the alternator positive wire from the battery to the alternator post, and we're upgrading the engine ground. From the battery to the chassis has already been done, but we haven't ran anything to the engine yet. What happens is people put a humongous 0 gauge wire on their battery, they run it back to their system, usually not even the negative, and they think they're gonna get all this extra power because they ran this 0 gauge. But what's really happening is you have a bottleneck. You've got a little tiny, probably 8 gauge or smaller engine ground going from the chassis to the actual engine. Your engine is sitting on rubber motor mounts, which is isolating it from the rest of the car. So the grounds that you will be getting through that is all coming through that little 8 gauge, as well as any cables or any wires that happen to be connected to the engine and to something in the car, to another ground, which isn't really that good. You don't want to pull 3,000 watts through a little tiny ground wire and a big fat 0 gauge wire. That's a terrible bottleneck. Same thing for the alternator wire. Your stock alternator wire is probably about 6 or 8 gauge at the most. When your car is running, the alternator is doing all the work. The battery is not hardly doing anything. It's mostly going to be the alternator. You're pulling all this power from your battery, and your battery is being replenished by a little tiny 8 gauge or whatever it is positive wire. That's not good. You're gonna want that 0 gauge running all the way to the post. He probably does need a bigger alternator at the end of the day, but we haven't gotten to that yet. We're gonna see how it acts with this. So enjoy the video and hopefully you learn something. And that's a wrap for the big 3. It's done. We got an alternator wire upgrade. We got an engine ground upgrade. It's pretty close to the alternator, as close as I could get it. Nice little opening I found.
Nice.
Got the SMD fuse doing good in here. Got the excess power battery. D3400R fits right in this Altima, no problem at all. Make sure you get the post adapters, we already had them. Good to go, man. Let's pop the cover on it. Actually, let's start your car up first to make sure it works, then we'll put the cover back on it.
Yeah, right.
All right. And come on, after you start it, come on out and throw this voltmeter on. I'll show you how to use it.
Yeah.
Woo! I think it sounded like it was starting with the heat.
Yeah, it started way better, honestly.
Hell yeah. All right, come in here real quick and let's put those probes on the battery. Let's see what kind of voltage you got. I mean, just want to make sure that you're charging. It's not going to be charging any higher because you have a better battery.
Yeah.
But I just want to make sure that you're actually charging. So just right there, right there. All right, just pop it on there. Red on red, black on black. Oh. There you go. You're fine. Bam.
Oh yeah.
Super solid charge.
Super solid.
You might notice a difference when you turn your beat on. We'll find out, man. But
You can hear it.
you know, the next upgrade is going to be an alternator if you actually need one. But we'll see. You can never have enough power.
Yeah, it can never.
You can never have too much power, I should say. But we don't know if we need that yet. So, you know, pop your cover back on, man. Let's slam the hood shut and call this a wrap for the day.
Let's go down for that.
Yep.
Like, actually started up way faster.
Did it? The other battery is probably on its way out of here like the cuckoo clock. All right, man, you're done. The big 3 is finished.
Big 3, baby.
All right, so do you want to do some more second skin on that rear deck lid or what?
I do.
All right, you know, I'm gonna have to send you home with a little bit of homework then. Maybe next Saturday, come on by. Why don't you take your rear deck lid off first and come on by, because I don't really feel like messing with it. And we will take those 6x9s out with those sheetrock screws holding it together. And then we're gonna let more bass into your cabin when your seats are up, you know, on golf club days. And also get rid of some rattles. You got those things in the back, those little air vents that let air out of the car when you slam the door shut. They're pressure relief vents. So those are what's actually making that weird flapping sound. You got a little bit of rattle, but mostly those stupid flappers. So we're gonna take care of that on the next little upgrade. And that'll probably be it for a minute. But you know, it's never over. It's never over.
It'll be homework from there.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll see you on the next one for sure. Yeah, good shit, man. Good to go, man. Big 3 done. Friends don't let friends ride without the big 3.
Yeah, without the big 3. Yeah. You know we need the big 3.
Oh, something. You might notice a difference, but
I will.
you know, the battery's gonna help, but the wires help just as much as that battery.